Alright everybody, welcome back to CWRL's Fight Night at the Freedom Factory. And we have everything all set for round 2 between the Candymen and the Silver Foxes. Now, in round 2, things are a little bit different as we add 5 minutes to the clock. So each heat race is 15 minutes long instead of 10 minutes. And this gives our drivers and our teams more opportunity to score points and lead laps and raise heck and cause carnage as they need to do. So that being said, let's see who will go into the final round, and let's see who will go home. Either way, both teams have impressive point totals so far. The Candymen have 94 points. Meanwhile, the Silver Foxes have 21 points. We'll go through instantaneous qualifying, and it looks like the checker car for the Silver Foxes will be on the outside pole, the wrecker car for the Candymen starting on the inside. So that's pretty advantageous to the Candymen, who come in here with an 18-point advantage over the Silver Foxes. And then you have the checker car for the Candymen all the way back and forth. And that's been kind of a hit-or-miss spot there. But I'm betting that wrecker car for the Silver Foxes could get into an early lead, as well as the third spot's been pretty advantageous most
drivers to your...
So that being said, let's get it on here for this second round matchup between the Candymen and the Silver Foxes. I want to thank everybody for sticking with us here again for CWRL Fight Night at the Freedom Factory.
Drivers,
glad to have you all along with us here.
Start your engines!
Waiting for the pace car to begin rolling here. And it does. So you can see the Candymen have the inside line advantage here. And pace card off, green flag is out, and the first matchup of round 2 is underway. And you can see that record car for the Silver Foxes easily takes the lead away from the wrecker car of the Candymen. Meanwhile, the checker cars here have been caught up in an incident, and whoever was at fault for this will dock 25 points if it is determined there is a car at fault. But both of the checkers cars have fallen prey to misfortune early on here, and now they are the tail end of the lead lap right now, as they have 6 traffic jammers to work their way through if they want to get back up front. So right now the advantage is all Candymen, as they hold an 18-point advantage over the Silver Foxes. And we have more chaos here, as traffic jammers went right up through the middle of the track. And you can see it is not working out well for the checker cars here, especially the checker car of the Silver Foxes, as he is all the way back in the 9th position still. Meanwhile, a traffic jammer for the Candymen has fallen back to the 10th spot, as is tradition. And we'll take a look and see that the checker car for the Candymen is making a nice rebound as he works his way back into the top 5, looking to pass his traffic jammer for 4th here as we go into turns 1 and 2. Battle for position here, as the Candyman checker car looks to take the 4th spot away, and easily does. And it should be easy. The traffic jammers cars are set to be past the quality of the cars that the checker and wrecker car drive and perform with. But in some cases, in short tracks, those cars can keep pace with the leaders. As you can see, this traffic jammer for the Silver Foxes in third, holding checker car for the Candymen at bay. And you can see the wreckers cars here, still 1-2, as they begin to work lap traffic. And the wrecker car just took out his own traffic jammer. Loses the lead to the Silver Foxes, but continues on in second. An amazing wreck there. As you see, the checkers car for the Candymen having taken the third position away. Now looking for that second spot from his teammate. We're down to 11 minutes, 20 seconds remaining in the second round matchup. The Candymen still hold their advantage over the Silver Foxes. You can see that the checker car for the Silver Foxes has not made too much headway on these traffic jammers for position here, as he still holds the 8th position and is not too far back from being lapped by the leader, who is now coming out of turn 3 and 4 here. As you can see, it is wrecker, checker, 1, 2, 3 right now. The Candymen holding the second and third spot respectively, maintaining their points lead over the Silver Foxes. This is one of the advantages of having a high-scoring round and coming into the round with all of those points is you can play defense and suffer a low-scoring round, but still hold your lead and go into the final round and not take too much damage for it. And right now, that's what the Candymen are doing as they maintain their 94 points and 18-point lead over the Silver Foxes right now. We begin working lap 23. The wrecker of the Silver Foxes still leading the way, but it is not doing them any good as the Candymen still hold the points advantage. You can see that the checker car for the Candymen recovering nicely into third. This might come down to the review of that incident between the checkers cars for the Candymen and the Silver Foxes. That 25-point penalty would be assessed at the end of the round. And that could be enough to change the totals between them. If the Candymen were at fault, that's 25 points that's taken away from them. And instantly, the Silver Foxes would pull out of it if they manage to lap enough traffic, and that also goes with the Candymen too. It's going to be very interesting to see how this round unfolds. We have 8 minutes remaining here on the clock in this second round matchup between the Candymen and the Silver Foxes. The Silver Foxes checkers car has now recovered nicely into the 4th position. As you can see, is now 1 through 4, and it looks like one of the traffic jammers for the Silver Foxes is way off the pace here. As these traffic jammers keep getting caught up in chaos. See the checker car in the third spot here for the Candymen. Still trying to chase down the leaders. Meanwhile, the wrecker car for the Silver Foxes playing defense, hoping that there is a 25-point penalty assessed against the Candymen for the wreck between the checkers cars earlier on here at the beginning of this heat. We will be reviewing footage and making a determination at the conclusion. Meanwhile, the traffic jammer for the Candymen being put a second lap down right now. Remain status quo. And it looks like the wrecker car for the Silver Fox is getting caught up in some chaos with the traffic jammers, but manages to maintain his lead and pull away from them. See, there are four traffic jammers between him and second place. Down to 5:45 remaining in this second round matchup here, excuse me. And a traffic jammer for the Silver Foxes gets caught up in some mishap. Loses a lot of ground to the leaders. Falls back to the 7th position in the running order. Checkers car for the Silver Foxes still rolling along here, scoring points for his team. He has a lot of points he can still score. You see there are a couple traffic jammers ahead of him still. The wrecker car still having a fun time trying to maintain his lead. He just put the final traffic jammer a lap down. We work lap 43. The wrecker car for the Candymen still in second spot. Hoping that gap holds between them and the Silver Foxes. See, there are a couple traffic jammers between the checker car, the Silver Foxes, and the checker car of the Candymen. Coming down to 3:53 remaining here in this second round matchup. Silver Foxes looking to make ground on the Candymen and close the 18-point gap that they had on them coming into the round from round one. And one of the Silver Foxes got caught up in more chaos again. Wrecker car for the Silver Foxes, the leader, just lost his lead, fell all the way back to the 4th position. The checker car for the Silver Foxes taking the 3rd place position. The Candyman checker car in 2nd now. And the Candyman wrecker car has taken the lead away with a little under 3 minutes remaining here in the second round matchup. Bit of a shakeup in the order here now. That checker car for the Silver Fox is getting a traffic jammer and a lap down. 3 more points for the Silver Foxes. And right in front of him is another 3 that he's happy to take. Oh, and he gets himself caught up. Doesn't have much time to make that ground back up. He recovers nicely. But that wrecker car for the Silver Fox is about to take that 3rd spot away. And that traffic jammer just took back 3 points from the Silver Foxes as we are down to 1.5 minutes remaining in the 2nd round matchup. Can the Candymen hold on to their lead? Will the incident at the very start of the heat race determine who goes on to the final round? The wrecker car for the Candymen still leads the way. We're down to under 1 minute, 50 seconds remaining on the clock. We shift in the chopper mode here. See, the checkers car has a ways to go. Catch up to the leader, down under 30 seconds. The leader works more lap traffic. There'll be 2 to go at the line as time will expire on the next lap. And time has expired, so the next lap will be the last lap of this matchup here, and calamity continues to ensue as the white flag is out on this heat race. Candymen looking to hold on to their lead over the Silver Foxes. And that is it, ladies and gentlemen. And we'll have to go back and review that. But we also need to see how many points are scored as well. But we will review the incident first. That is probably the best thing to do. And this was right off the bat here. The Silver Foxes were up high and wide, up into the wall here, up. And they get into each other and collect each other. Didn't give them any room. So no penalty will be assessed for either team. After reviewing that footage, neither team led laps. Let's look at the live view here. and 2. So they scored -6. Excuse me. Silver Foxes. £12. And the Silver Foxes and the Candymen scored 15 points. No victory points, no nothing else. So the Silver Foxes will be going home, but not for nothing. They did manage to score 88 points on the day. So still a nice performance by the Silver Foxes that'll add to their nice little sum, move them up a little bit in points. Not enough to break them into the top 4 or anything. They got a ways to go before that happens, but despite that, the Candymen will move on to the final round, and they will do so with 109 points so far on the day, and all they can do from here is add to that total. So good showing for the Silver Foxes, but they will come up short today. Now, coming up next will be the final matchup of round 2, and it will be the Intimidators taking on the Bushwhackers. The Bushwhackers, who have a 51-point lead over the Intimidators coming into this round. It should be interesting to see if the Intimidators can manage to dig themselves out of this hole. So stay with us here for more CWRL's Fight Night at the Freedom Factory. We'll be right back.